Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday, the 21st of January, and we are back with the things that happened this week. One update that happened in politics and media was about Jacob Rees-Mogg, who was until recently part of government, but no longer, because he is a bit of a rebel, and Rishi Sunak doesn't like him. So he's out. He's back on the backbenches of the Tory party in Parliament, and he is also just got his new TV show on GB News. And I'm going to talk about this quickly because there are two benefits to having Jacob Rees-Mogg having his own show on a channel like in GB News. One is the political part of it, and the second one is more about media and battle of ideas. The first one about politics. People like Jacob Rees-Mogg, who are pretty sound, and they are one of the few conservatives left in the Tory party, because they are, by blood, they are Tories. You can't really expect them to somehow defect to a different party, like Reform UK or any other party. They will always remain Tory. At worst, they might just become independent, because they still believe, people like Jacob Rees-Mogg, they know that the majority of the grassroots Tory members are not like the parliamentary party. The majority of the Tory grassroots members, they are conservative. The people in charge of the party, from the Tory HQ, CCHQ, and the parliamentary party, have gone a bit too liberal and woke. But they are the representation of the party, unfortunately. They're the people at the top. So when people look at the MPs right now, or the Tory government, they will just assume, well, every single Tory is basically no longer a conservative. They're all basically liberal Democrats. But Jacob Rees-Mogg and people like him, because he sees the other Tory members and he believes that, well, there's still a bit of a fight left to do to take over the party. And so they have that optimism, and it's good for him to have this new platform, because he can actually be outspoken. He can finally talk about his views properly. He can actually go out there and be a good advocate for conservatism, not necessarily for the interest of the Tory party, because those who are Tories, they are still way too optimistic about what could happen in the future. For those of us who are not Tories, we simply care about actual British conservatism. So he could be a great advocate for both the grassroots Tory members as well as those who are not Tory, but they want basic common sense in British politics. Now, the second good advantage and benefits of having Jacob Rees-Mogg as a media presenter and a commentator and essentially outspoken activist is that he has simple social conservative values, traditional values, but he's still also very much libertarian when it comes to certain topics and policies. Considering my view is that recently in British politics, in the British political right, we have created a number of extremely amateurish and terrible advocates as the new right-wing broadcasters, right-wing commentators, right-wing presenters. A lot of them, not all of them, but we still have a lot of them that are absolutely terrible. And they are doing a disservice to the political right, or whatever you want to call it, pro-freedom side or common sense side. It's not really just about right. It's not really about left or right anymore, as you know. But we just say the word just for the sake of it to make sure it's not left-wing. They're not really helping the cause. Even those who come out to say, well, I'm going to talk about social conservative values. Ooh, I care about this. But then they go out there and they just start ranting. And they don't know how to debate. They don't know how to actually change people's minds. They don't know how to rally the troops. And they end up sometimes go so anti-establishment that they become the establishment themselves. They accidentally become tyrannical. They say, well, in order to stop this nonsense, this tyranny coming from the left, we have to basically ban this. We have to put a ban on this. We have to impose this. We have to stop them from this. Like, you're doing the exact same thing. It's kind of ironic what's happening. So having someone like Jacob Rees-Mogg, who's great when it comes to his political brain, his conviction when it comes to his values, and he is eloquent. He knows how to talk. He knows how to also not be intimidating. And that's the other problem with a number of people on the political right and the media right, that they're just so angry and shouty and screamy. Just calm down. And so having someone like Jacob Rees-Mogg to balance up that issue would definitely help. But I might be wrong. You might disagree with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.